Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's do a hip mobility, flexibility session today. Not many exercises, but I like to give you some options here in regards to um, maybe if your knees they're not very happy to be kneeling, or if they're not happy to bend too much. I have a few clients that have just gone through some knee surgeries and they just don't feel comfortable bending the knees a lot, so I like to give you a few props to grab just in case this is you. So grab a pillow just in case it feels better to kneel on a cushioned place instead of the mat or the floor. If you have one or two yoga blocks, go for it as well. You never know which one's going to be better. And also a bench, or if you have one of these kind of leg support where you can sit on and take your hips a little bit above ground, or better saying, lifting the floor towards your hips a little bit more. Get it as well. Okay, I'm going to show you a few different options if you need to get through that hip mobility, but the floor is just not your best friend at the moment. So I'm going to keep these things here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it very soon. And let's start just sitting down. You can start on the mat on the floor if that is a good choice, or you can just start sitting on the block, on the, I'm going to call it box, okay? Like an ottoman kind of thing. Chair also works, but depending on the exercise, on the stretch we'll do, the chair is just not going to be the best option. You could do it on the couch too. Let's start by sitting down, hands behind you, and I want you to lengthen your legs. Let's start with our toes. Yes, toes. We don't often think about toes and ankles, so I'm going to just add them here. Why not? You could do this every morning, just to help move the body slowly and lubricate through your joints. So let's open and close our fingers, our toes. I'm from Brazil, and it's real difficult to remember. Real difficult. It's just a little bit harder because in Brazil we have the same name, it's the same word to say toes and fingers. In English, it's not. So, pardon me. You're gonna open your toes and release. Open and release. Open and release. Now let's close your toes. See, it's natural. And then pull it back. Send it forwards, intrinsic, close like a fist, and then stretch it back. Flex and point and flex. Just the toes for now. Let's do one more. And then let's add the ankles. You're going to go ankles, flex your whole foot towards your face, and then point. And flex. And point. And this is literally to not just lubricate through your joints, and also just to make this mobility and flexibility stretch exercises a little bit less crampy. Sometimes our muscles just don't want to move, so they complain. Let's go side to side. Let's go to the side, outside, inside. Outside, I'm going with my hands because you might not be able to see what my feet are doing. Outside, in, out, in. Good. Let's do a big circle now. In and out. Go both ways. In. You can add on the toes as well. Why not? Awesome. These are really good exercises that we don't think about, that you could do every time. You're gonna go for a run, a walk, get up the stairs, just when you wake up. And then bend your knees, grab a hold of behind one of them, and pull it up so you can lengthen your leg. And release. And lengthen. And release. Feel free to bring your ankle to the equation, to the party. Good, that's it. Maybe draw some circles both ways. I am not going to take too long here, but please, you do it. Right, other side, up and down, up and down. And also pay attention on your lower back. If you're round in the back, maybe just sit on a chair. Try to pull your tummy in, support your lower back here. I do have a video, maybe I'll just leave a card up here, talking about why is it important to draw your navel in all times. It's very lightly that I touched it very lightly. I could have really spent a lot of time talking about why and how, but maybe I'll do that another day. But please have a look, just to support your lower back. Drawing circles both ways, and then release. Once you feel like your knees and your ankles are nice and warm, let's start. Let's start by lying down. Come all the way down. Place your feet outside your mat. And we're going to go side to side with the knees. Go to one side. Go to the other. Go to one side. And then to the other. And keep going. Take on a few deep, slow, nurturing breaths here. Just to allow your body to arrive. Expand your energy field and just check on how is the room feeling. Maybe you just cleaned it, maybe not. Maybe you do this after your stretch. Check on how your mat or your towel or your bed, wherever you're lying down on, just check on how it feels. Check on how your body feels. How did you wake up feeling like today? Without judgment, just acknowledge. Just look in, see yourself the way it is, without thinking of how it should be. And keep going. Maybe just get both of your knees out to the left side and hold it there. Allow your knees to melt. Allow your hips to melt. Your tummy, your chest. Taking deep breaths. Oxygenating the blood. Letting your body know how much you appreciate it. And then draw your tummy in and slowly let's get those knees out to the right side. And allow them to melt. Maybe one side feels a little bit different than the other. That's okay. Two more deep breaths in and out. On your next exhale, draw your tummy in and pull your knees back up. Beautiful. Now, from here, let's do just a few bridge curls. We're going to come back to this, but sitting down. Bend your knees, bring your heels towards your hips. You're going to draw your tummy in and really scoop your tailbone and release. Scoop your tailbone like you're trying to literally take a scoop of ice cream off your mat with your butt. And then release. Sit bones press down. Exhale, pull your tummy in and scoop. Yeah, let's do 2 more of these. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, scoop your tail. Always drawing the tummy in. Last one. Maybe squeeze your glutes, hold it on your scoop. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. Lift your lower back, your mid back, your lower back. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale. Exhale to lower 1 vertebrae at the time. Inhale as you touch down. Let's do 3 more. Exhale to scoop and lift 1 vertebrae at the time. Squeeze your glutes. You want to really lengthen through this part of your hips. Your pubic bones reaching up. Glutes squeezing like there's no tomorrow. And draw your tummy in towards your spine, ribs down. Slowly lower 1 vertebrae at a time. Last one. Scoop. And lift as you exhale. Draw your knees away from your shoulders. And then slowly exhale again to lower all the way down. Beautiful. Bring your knees in towards your chest. You can hold in front of your knees or behind them. And a gentle rock side to side. Awesome. And then from here, we are going to come up to a seated position. So roll onto your side and press yourself up. Now, if you're comfortable being on the floor, it's on the floor that you'll be. Otherwise, you can take the ottoman, or I can't remember how this is called. I'm going to call it the box, like I said, or on the box or on your couch. Okay, same thing. Same thing as we did before. Get your feet outside of your mat. I'm just going to turn towards you. I think it's better. Hands behind you. And again, start to windshield wipe your knees side to side. Now, we're going to work through a little progression here. Keep going side to side. Now, keep going if you're on the floor. If you are on the box, same thing. Get your sit bones to be right at the top edge of the box or at the couch. Hands behind you, and you're going to go knees side to side. Almost like you wanted each knee to touch the floor. And we're going to work through a progression. So slowly, as your hips start to feel a little bit more loosen up and open, come to upright position. Try to draw your navel in, crown of your head rises up towards the ceiling. And you're going to go genie arms, or just interlace your fingers, as long as we are upright without the support of our hands. You're going to keep going. In and in. Good. If you're on the box or on the very edge of your couch, this is what you're going to do. If you are sitting on the floor, this is how, oops, I'm going to turn towards you. This is how it's going to look like. Now you might see that my hips, they're not the best. So there's lots that I can still work here. So this is a workout for me as well, as much as it is for you. Try to keep your spine nice and long. Look, I'm already clenching my shoulders up. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Pull your tummy in. And it's okay if you feel like your sit bones are walking your body forwards. Readjust yourself if you need. But breathe. All the breaths you take in, they bring space into your body. So breathe in with intention. I'm already out of my mat. That's okay. Let's all stop towards your left side. Good. this might be your right side. If you're following me, go to your right side so I'm going to try mirror what you're doing. So your knees both to the right side. Now let's inhale, open the chest here. And exhale to fold. Walk your hands as far away from your body as possible. And breathe. Maybe you can pulse here, chest slowly up and down. Keeping the spine nice and long. We want to feel here that we want to gain space within the body. So reach the crown of your head away from your tailbone and allow your hips to sink. As best as possible, let's try to keep that right shin parallel to your mat, parallel to your hips. And you can go sway side to side, whatever feels good here. I said that before and I'll say it again. I love to add movement onto my stretch as long as you're drawing the tummy in and keeping that space kind of feeling in the body. Go for it. Go for movement. It really, really helps. Or not. Don't if you don't like it. It's fine. Now stay there if you're on the floor. If you are on the couch or on a box like this one, you can still do the same thing. So if you stopped with both of your legs out to the right side, you're just going to pull that right shin onto the box, and that left knee is just going to fall down towards the floor. And then open the chest and fold. Same thing. Now we can progress from here to a half pigeon. If you have a chair or anything to put in front of you so you can go lower with your chest, go for it. Otherwise, really press that right shin on the floor, creating a little bit of an activation onto your glutes and your abductors, which is going to make this and turn this into an active stretch instead of a passive one. And then to progress from here, that left leg is going to go all the way back behind you. Lengthen it behind you. Lengthen it like you mean it. So point your toes. Activate through your knee joint. Pull your tummy in, ribs to your hips. Open the chest. This can be done on the box, on your couch, or on the floor like we were before. Same thing. The position of your right knee here, it can be with your shin completely parallel to the top edge of your mat, or you can bend the knee as much as you need. Okay, parallel to the top of the mat is a full progression. If you can get there, it means your hips are great, your knee as well. Now my leg's not going to go completely parallel, but work with what you have. Another important information here is that we want to be able to lift your right bum cheek off the mat. Even if you have to place a pillow or a block underneath your bottom, try to keep your hips parallel, square to your mat or the box or the couch. Okay, so your left hip is going forwards and up, your right hip back and down. And then from here, feel free to melt, following your breath. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out, allowing your shoulders to melt. If you can't go all the way to the floor, another way to use that block as a prop or a pillow, you can hug it. You can rest your forehead on it, so we're not actually holding on to anything or almost anything. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And exhale. Pull your tummy in and slowly draw your hands back to the hips. You're going to sit that right bum cheek back down, and bring your left leg back to that mermaid position, or kind of a Z legs. And from here, stay there. Um, what we want to do here is lift the hips up. Got so many things in front of me. Put your tummy in. Now you're gonna try, you can even use your chair, your box, as a bit of support. My one's really heavy, but you can use it as support or not. You can just interlace your fingers. Draw your tummy in, try to stay nice upright. Inhale here, exhale to draw your hips up and forwards. Really squeeze your glutes and back down. Exhale, hips up and forward squeeze and back down. If you're on the floor and you need some support, grab your chair, or not the chair, but the box, or in front of the couch. You can hold and use that as support. Keep going. If you were here on your box or couch, same thing. Use the support of that leg and reach. Okay, you can grab other stuff on your house, maybe the back of the chair, but use your glute here. Squeeze it up. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Bring your hands behind you. Let's go to the other side. Windshield wipe your knees all the way to the other side. So we are all to that direction over there, which is your left side. Same thing again. You're gonna inhale to open the chest, get your spine upright, and then exhale to slowly fold. Walk your hands away from the hips. Draw your tummy in. Keep that sensation of space in the spine. Reach your crown of your head away. It's not up, it's away. It's forwards and out. And your tailbone behind you. And slowly getting to your forearms, if that is a possibility. Now, how do we know if that's a possibility? Your body talks to you. As you breathe, as you relax, you can feel how there is maybe a little bit more space for a deeper relaxation. It's all about letting go, literally, which is so hard to do nowadays. Use your exhale for that. Same thing if you're on the couch or the box. And then if you want to progress, get that right leg behind you. Lift your chest if you need to readjust. Now that right leg is going to go all the way behind you, in line with your hip. Try not to leave that leg out to the side, okay? Even if you have to, again, place a pillow or a block underneath your left bum cheek to keep yourself higher, so you can slowly relax into that position. Your left shin can be parallel to the top of the mat, or heel in towards your hip. And breathe. See, my hips are not completely down onto the floor, so I'm just going to breathe. Same thing if you are on the box or couch. Try to get that left bum cheek off the box, off the mat. Press your right hip forwards and down. Open the chest. Lengthen that back leg. Use your muscles. And breathe. Maybe you can start to pulse your chest down and up. Maybe we can go side to side. Slowly opening up. Maybe forearms can slowly go down. All of this without pushing. Okay, our muscles, they don't like to be pushed. They will fight against you if you push. So try to just relax. It's like we're trying to surrender. Letting go of resistance. Most of the time, that tightness is resistance, which sometimes might be created by some blockages in those muscles, in the joints. Allow your shoulders to drop. Maybe lengthen your arms, or you can get the block, or even rest the forehead on the fists instead of the block. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Last deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw your tummy in and walk your hands back towards your hips. Sit your left bum cheek back down. Bend your right knee back into those mermaid legs. Now, let's do our hip thrust, our hip drive. Interlace your fingers, nice toe posture. Inhale here. Exhale to draw your hips forwards and up, or up and forwards. Inhale to sit back down. Exhale to lift and squeeze the glutes. Open the hips. Good. Let's do another 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then sit back down. Hands back behind you. Bring yourself back to normal. Maybe lengthen your legs. Give them a little shake. That's it. Good. First part done. Bring your soles of your feet together. Now this might be another one that we have to modify. Soles of the feet together as closer as possible to your hips. Now try to press your knees away from one another, holding on your feet and opening your feet like a book, really. And then relax the shoulders. What we want to do here is really press the heels towards one another. Open the knees out to the sides and try and fold. Drawing the tummy in and fold forwards. Now, if your knees are here on your shoulders and that is not happening, you've got a few choices. You can sit on a pillow, you can sit, or a cushion, you can sit on a block, which is going to get your hips a little bit higher. I quite like this option of the block. But if your knees can't get to this position here, which is quite like a good flexion, sit down on your couch or a small chair or the box, like I said, legs wide apart, ground through the outer edges of your feet, and we're going to go down. You're going to fold, pull your tummy in and fold forwards as far as you can go. Drawing the tummy into your spine, not just because it supports your spine, but also because you find more space to fold. Keep squeezing your knees out, away from your body. And at the same time, drop the crown and start to sway your body side to side and breathe. This is also opening through your hips and inner thighs. It feels great. Even if you can bend your knees, this also feels great on the lower back. Breathe it. Keep trying to get your knees away from one another. You can even bring your hands to your ankles and press your elbows against the knees. Try to open the chest. It's like doing a yogi squat, which is also an option, a very good option to open the hips. You can try it. If you want to slowly, okay, with focus, using your glute muscles, you can go from here to coming out of the couch, out of the box, but really pressing the knees away from one another, using your glutes to stay up. Let's use 2 more breaths in here, either sitting on the box or on your mat. One more big breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, draw your hands back towards your hips. Maybe get your knees to go to give them a little shake. Lengthen your legs, give them a little shake. And then from here, we're going to come to stand up. So I apologize for this, but you might not see my head because the camera is too close to me. But if you can hear me, it's all good. Now, let's start with a wide leg fold. Not a fold, but a wide leg squat. Bring your legs wide apart, maybe with your toes a little bit externally rotated here. Heels in, toes out. Draw your tummy in. And then you're going to bend through your left knee. Send your hips all the way back, extending through that right leg. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend through your right knee. Sending your hips all the way back. Open the chest. Your legs are active. Your knee that is bending is externally rotating, and the leg that is extended is pressing down. And then inhale back up. Exhale, bend. Inhale back up. Switching sides. As far down as you can go. Always drawing your tummy in so we can maintain a nice long spine. If you have the couch or the box behind you, you can use it as a reference. So you can almost sit down on the couch and come back up. Almost sit down, but just lightly touch and come back up. Good. Now, it's not always that a stretch is just a passive relaxation. The best stretches are the ones that we use strength, that we activate the muscles. This is one of them. The box can be, instead of behind you, it can be in front of you for more support. So you can go a little bit lower maybe. Also, you just know you won't face plant. Always good to have that assurance, isn't it? Now hold it to your right side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Instead of going up to inhale, you're going to bend both of your knees. Inhale to transition to the other side. Breathe that space in. Exhale to lengthen. Once again. Inhale, bend through both knees, externally rotating. Externally rotating. And then exhale, lengthen. Good. Inhale, bend. Open the knees out. And exhale, lengthen. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, bend both knees, pressing the knees out to the sides. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. Last one. Exhale, lengthen. And then lengthen both of your legs. And just allow yourself to forward fold. Or fold forward, which is the right English. Ground through your toes. Press that big toe down. Reach your sit bones up to the sky. Drop your crown and allow your whole body to get upside down just for a couple of breaths. Second part of our stretch is done. Nod your head side to side and get ready for your hip flexors. And then bring your body to a halfway lift or hands back to the box. So you can heel toe your feet back to the middle and slowly come up. Beautiful. Feel free if your hips need a little hula hoop here. Hula hoops, hip circles are a great way to really feel the inside part of your hips and really move through them. Now, come to the top edge of your mat. Actually, I'm going to face this way because I can show you other options with the box here. So, top of your mat, maybe change the top of your mat as well so you can follow me. Pull your tummy in. You're going to step your right foot back, or that's your left foot back. Let's go same, right? You're going to go left foot back. Both legs nice and low. Now, first things first, squeeze through that left glute. I want you to really tuck your tail under and pull your tummy in. Ribs down, so we're not arching through the back and dumping all our body weight onto the lower back. Okay, this is important. So squeeze through that left glute, through both of your glutes, to tuck your tail under and draw your tummy in. Just by doing these activations, you can already feel that hip flexor kind of stretching. Let's increase the feeling now. We're going to inhale, bend through that left knee. Find a very low lunge. Your hips are going to go forwards and down. And then exhale back up. 4 more. Inhale, bend. Hips go forwards and down. And back up. And 3. Remember, if you're at home and you got chairs, you can use chairs as support or even the box. I mean, if it's high enough. Let's do another 2. And 1. Really reach that back heel away, hips forwards and down. Come back up and bend through that left knee. Bring your knee down to the floor. This is where the pillow comes in handy. You can place your knee on the pillow. Good. Now from here, same thing, but with the knee down. Okay, so tuck your tail under, pull your tummy in, ribs to your hips. And if you ever feel like we're doing these, pardon my English, if you ever feel like you're doing this and you can feel your lower back, it means something's not right for this exercise. So ribs go down. Maybe even get your fingers onto hips and ribs and check if this changes. Okay, we need to keep the same length. This won't change. Tuck your tail under, pull your tummy in, shoulders away from the ears. Keep all of that, and then just go forwards and down. Allow your hips to sink. Good. And back up. 4 more. And 3. Squeezing through that left glute. 2. And 1. Now hold it. Now I do have my couch here. It's quite far away. If you have your box, couch or chair nearby and you want to use it to hold your body, go for it. But keep squeezing through that left glute. Keep tucking your tail. Keep pulling the tummy in and breathe. 2 more breaths. Open the chest. Maybe look up. Head up high. Last one, inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Whew. Maybe hinge that hip back just for a counterbalance. Flex your right toes and then release. Right on. Let's swap sides. You're gonna come up, step your back leg forwards and switch sides. Now, maybe it's your right or left foot back, whichever you're doing. I'm gonna say right. Step it back, lengthen through both of your legs. Trying tracking your feet here is really going to help maintain balance. Pull your tummy in, hips towards your ribs, ribs towards your hips. Lengthen through that back leg like there's no tomorrow. And let's find 5 lunges. Keep your back leg long and bend through your front knee. Your hips go down and forwards. Good. Even if your knee passes the toes, that's good. And then back up. And 4. And 3. Digging those back toes on the mat. 2. Breathe. And 1. Good. And then bend through that back knee. Bring your knee to your pillar or your mat, wherever you are. If you need a little support there for the knee, go for it. Back again, same thing on the low lunge now. So we can go a little bit deeper with the hips. Pull your tummy in. My legs feel like jelly already. Pull your hips hips to ribs, ribs to hips, belly button into the spine. Keep your tail tucked under. Squeeze through that back glute especially. And then just hinge forwards and down. Inhale, let's do 5. And back. And 4. Relax the shoulders. And 3. And back. 2 more. Keep squeezing that back glute. And last one. Hold it here now. Good. Your legs are both working. Your back glute, your back glute, I said they're both on the back. The back leg glutes is really on. You keep tucking that tail. Keep sending your front knee away from you and lengthen your spine. Breathe. Last 2 breaths here. Inhale. Maybe look up. 1 more. And as you exhale, send your hips back. Maybe even lengthen that front leg. Allow your chest to reach towards your toes. And release. Now bring both of your knees together. Sit on your heels if you need a couple of breaths. This is a great position to just check what's happening inside your body. Just breathe into the hips, bringing your awareness onto all the sensations that are going on inside your skin. Now move that pillow or your cushion away. And last part of our hip stretch session for today. We're going to go all the way back down. Come to lie down on your back. Find a comfortable position with your knees bent. Let's just do a nice spinal stretch. Feel free to wiggle your legs side to side for a little bit. And then bring both of your knees in towards your chest. Knees can be together or separated. Good. And then hug your left knee in. Allow your right leg to go away from the body. Flex your toes towards your face. Good. Big breath in, relax your shoulders. And then let's twist. Draw that left knee across your body towards your right side. And twist. Maybe even pulling that right hip underneath the left a little bit more and breathe. You can keep holding your left knee with your right hand. You can use a block or a pillow underneath the knee. Mine are quite far away now, so I won't reach it, but so your knee is not just hanging out there and you can rest. You can place a pillow right underneath the knee, so then you can relax fully. That top hip, your left hip, press it towards the right heel, press it towards the end of your mat. Really stacking the hips here. And breathe. Bring your attention, your focus onto your hips, your lower back. And slowly, as you breathe in and out, maybe just feel all that space coming through. Releasing. Do one more breath in here. And as you exhale, draw your tummy in and slowly bring that left knee back onto your back. Good. Let's pull both of the knees back into your chest. And we're going to go to the other side. Lengthen your left leg away from your body. Flex your toes. Both of your legs are active. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale to pull the right knee across the body, all the way to the left side of your mat. Pull your left hip underneath the right towards the center of the mat. And press the top hip away. So we are now stacking the hips. Opposite arm can just open. You might feel a nice stretch through your chest and shoulder area as well. Just as a little addition. Why not? And you can look towards the opposite side. Every inhale, visualize your breath getting in through the crown of your head and going all along your spine towards your sacrum, bringing space, bringing light. Bringing that freshness sensation, like a fresh breeze. And every exhale, just allow your body to go a little bit deeper into relaxation. A little bit heavier. A little bit softer. Let's do one more big breath in here. Draw your tummy in as you exhale and slowly pull your knee back and your back onto your back. Good. Do a little wiggle if you need. Both knees back into your chest. Draw your head towards your knees just for one big breath in. And then release. We are going to roll over onto your favorite side and press yourself up to a seated position where you can stay there and do a little meditation if you like. Just checking on all those feelings and sensations that are going through your body right now. Very often when we stretch through the lower limbs, we can have all these weird and deep emotions coming through and feelings and thoughts. If that happens, don't worry too much about it. It's probably just releasing. Allow it to come, allow it to go. and just try not to get attached to them. Let's take a deep breath in together. You can open your arms nice and wide, like you're welcoming all that freshness. And as you exhale, give yourself a big hug. The best hug you've given someone today, ever. Remember that you are the most important, the most amazing being ever created. I truly believe that the human body is an epic machine. And well done for taking care of yourself. If you got any questions, or if you got any ideas or what to do, if you want to work through a specific part of your body, and feel free to shout it out and ask me. I'm super happy to bring you more content. And keep your eyes open if you really enjoyed, or if you just enjoyed a little this video. Don't forget to press the like button. This really helps. And leave a comment. Let's create a community where we can have an open chat about bodies and feelings and whatever it is that you're going through. I am here to serve. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.